Hello everyone, welcome back to the road to 2200. I'm currently sitting at 2019. We've been doing okay recently. I'm actually going to switch it up today and do a 15 plus 10, just so I can make a lot of moves more soundly. That was maybe the worst sentence in the history of the world, but we're going to roll with it. 15 plus 10 games sometimes take a little bit of time to load up, but that's okay. There's actually a interesting chess website called Nakti or Nokti. I don't know how it's pronounced. I say Nakti, but it's kind of an interesting website that I might check out at the end of this episode. So maybe stay tuned after. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll make its own dedicated video, but it's a really cool website where you get to play against an engine, but it makes very human-like moves. And what it does at the end of the game is it guesses your elo. It guesses your like FIDE elo, and then I think it does like a Lichess or chess.com conversion. I did it the other day, but I can't remember what the conversion was. But there's also really interesting elements to the game. Like you can load in one game that you played on Lichess or chess.com into the game, and you can pick the position that you load in from the game. So you don't have to pick the starting position, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, my opponent's just lost a lot of games in a row. So it's going to be interesting. So maybe this game, there's a really interesting complex position that I want to analyze further, but I want to play it out. You know what I mean? Instead of just like looking at it in the analysis like I would here. We're going to play the gambit. What are they doing? Okay, no, they don't. They play the classical. Are we going to see this? Are we going to see this? They're taking time on each of the moves. This is called the intermezzo variation, where you don't immediately capture back because you are threatening mate, and they don't have a way to block it because you just take again. Most common moves I see people do are this, or this, or this even. I don't think Queen E2 is smart because it just blocks in this bishop, and could be potentially, walking into something like this, which would be a bishop sacrifice in order to checkmate them. My opponent's taking some time to think, which is interesting. Yeah, that just walks into checkmate. I had a feeling they might play that. I don't know what's going on with my opponent. They've been in pretty bad form. I know that I don't mean that to sound rude, but okay, the 58 moves, 68. Okay, none of these, all these games are ones that were played out, like they played the full game. This is the first one where they just kind of lost in the opening. That's kind of sad. You don't love to win games like that, but we'll take it. We'll take the elo. Let's get into another game. They're definitely going to study that analysis after and just remember. Yeah, that's the whole point of the intermezzo variation, which I've never, ever, ever seen be blundered at this level. But anything is possible. Okay, this person's account was created like about half a year ago, a little under. My internet is being very slow right now for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, it's loading. It's loading. Okay, there we go. It has loaded in. They have a pretty okay record. 163 wins, 103 losses. Yeah, they play boring stuff. Like, just why do people do this, man? Like, all the openings in the world you can play, and you play this boring stuff. Like, come on. Like, like I just don't get it. I just don't get why Scandi players play this crap. Like, just not good. Like, like it's kind of annoying actually. Like, I hate this opening so much. I think it's just so anti what you should try and teach people. Like, oh, congrats, you moved your queen a bunch of times in the opening. I just think it's such a stupid opening, in my opinion, my personal opinion. I just think the Scandi's just not smart to play at a high level. I find a lot of Scandi players really love to just boil everything down to endgames as well, which is always just so much fun. Yeah, none this, even if they move their king over. Yeah, so now I can do this because they would have to go back this way. Well, they wouldn't. They could always like bring their king out, or sorry, their queen out. But here, they come back here. I take. Mayhaps do something like this, but that would be a blunder because my queen is in the line of sight of the rook. I'm actually going to do this because I kind of want to open up the B file because they have castled long. I have potential ideas to do something like this as well, which they'll be able to parry very easily. Very, very easily. Nice. So we get the open B file, which will be helpful for us. My opponent's peak, I'm kind of curious. 2080, 2079, which is actually very close to my peak as well. My peak is very close to it. It's like 2076 or something like that. But now they no longer have a dark squared bishop, so this diagonal is going to become very nice for us. They will be able to push this. So here, here, here. Here, I don't think this works because we're able to attack the knight. And we're hitting the knight and we're hitting the queen. Here they could push. I take, they maybe take, my queen is being hit in that situation. Can I already sacrifice? Is there any sacrifices that are on? I don't think so. I don't think so. Definitely don't want to do this and just, you know, it walks into something like this, which would be a, could obviously play very conservatively, just bishop b2, bishop d2. And here they take, I come over this way. I don't mind that actually. So here they take, I come over here, hit the knight. They presumably go back, I come here. Their queen doesn't have tons of space. And by that point, all my pieces will be out. So if they try to come to this side, I will be able to hit them with tempo. Yeah, I don't actually mind that too much if that's the sequence that we go down. Obviously here, the bishop, queen e2, knight takes c3, queen c4. Knight can't come here because I just take. I'm going to go for this, I believe. I think this is fine for me. Sacrificing a pawn for now, which they could do this preemptively to not allow this. Queen here. Because just imagine once this knight comes here threatening this, we're just opening up our bishop. Our bishop will come here, this rook will come here. We're just eyeing up all sorts of stuff. Okay, I didn't see that one, of course. I didn't see that move. I, of course, did not see that move. Here they just take now. Oh, that's kind of annoying. I didn't see that, obviously. Here takes. Hit this pawn, looking to push c4, and then get this in. Because if they come over here, then I'll push c4, dislodge this knight, come here, which they will be able to block with a pawn, but then I just take and I'm threatening all sorts of pushes. They could, of course, do something like this. Let's do this now. I'm assuming they might do something like that. That would be kind of crazy, I feel like. They're spending like no time on their moves as well. They have 15.5 minutes. Always funny to me when people play 15-10 and still have like 20 minutes at the end of the game. Of course, I forgot to fill my water up. They come here. Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. I just feel like I'll be able to do this. Line up my rooks. Well, okay, this bishop is here, so can't line it up like that. So here is there's potential there. There's potential. I see a couple of reasonable moves. So let's look at where the queen can go. Can take this, can come here, here, and here. Those are my available squares. Not going to take that. That seems like dumb. This seems dumb. That's dumb. Um, and then obviously this just blunders my queen. So let's look at my available squares. I really like the look of queen a5 because one, it's looking at this bishop, which is protected for right now, but might not always be. I am threatening different pushes, and then the queens will look at each other, which once my bishop comes here, like, just imagine, okay, I'm going to try and take these. So like, if I'm here, this square is protected now by another one of my pieces on top of my knight and my rook. So that makes queen here, or sorry, bishop here, even stronger. Makes it even stronger. But I also really like the look of these two moves, just looking to potentially line up my rooks and push here, which would make the knight have to move away. And obviously the queen isn't going to stay here forever, but I like queen a5. Is there anything that they could do like this? I'm going to go queen a5. I like queen a5. There isn't another way for them to attack my queen. I guess they could do this. Now that I see that. Okay, I feel kind of dumb now. I didn't see that they could take that pawn. This is, yeah, you think with 15-10 you play better moves, but actually it turns out that is not the case. And now here they might just cement the knight. Yeah. Not so great by me, actually. And now here. And here, probably just this. Yeah, I feel kind of stupid now. Yeah, I just, it's one of those things, as soon as you play the move, you realize it was a blunder. But in these opposite side castling positions, it's not always the worst thing to be down material because you're creating, I'm now creating another open line, which is the C file. That was my whole plan. Oy vey. My chess skills need so much work. Here, he can move the knight away, protecting again. Yeah. And I can jump my knight in and opens up this bishop. Here, do I have d5? Here, d5, they take like this. Yeah, I'm just down 2 pawns, but I still think it's pretty scary for my opponent. I would be surprised if the evaluation gave much more than -2. Like if black is winning, it can't be more than -2, I don't think. I personally believe. Now e6 has to be strongly considered. He might take here, and here. And he's still up 2 pawns. Here he probably takes like this. I could consider taking the knight, but then he takes me, takes. Yeah, I'm really messing this up, aren't I? Really messing this up. Yeah, and if here, 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 I'm not really sure I'm that much better. Yeah, I think I have to go for e6. Crucially, this knight is always being hit, so in certain lines, I'll be able to capture at the end of it. Oh my god, there's some interesting lines with knight d4 as well. Right, take, 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 hitting this and just absolutely opening up their king. Yeah, now I'm hitting this and I'm hitting the knight. Which they're going to take this more than likely, if I had to guess. Now, what is my move? I could take this pawn, but I really feel like this is a better move. Yeah, I probably shouldn't lollygag and just take that, I bet. It's probably what I should do. Here, check, takes, takes, takes. So if here, check. Yeah, here he's going to come here. Hmm. And if here, he's definitely going to come here. I give a check, takes, takes, takes. I'm down a piece. Hmm? Bishop takes, yeah, here. Yeah, but this hits your rook. Oh. You can't take here yet. Yes. Makes sense. Setting a devilish little trap. If he takes here, he loses his rook. And if he comes here to attack me, then he loses his rook anyway. So I'm assuming this will come, if I had to guess. Yeah, he's a good player. He doesn't want to lose his rook. It's understandable. I wouldn't either. Here. I'm at a cross. I'm at a tough decision because if here, he's more than likely going to take. And if I come here, he comes here. Then I fork him and win his rook, and I win the game. But if f4, knight takes b4, knight c4, he comes here. Or wait, sorry. f4, knight takes b4. Knight c4, queen c5. I give a check anyway, winning this pawn. But he has two passers, which are scary. So everything in me says to play the very... But also play this. See where the queen moves. If it comes here, takes, then I check and win this pawn. Well, actually, no, he'd be able to come back here and hit my knight. It's like everything in me says to just come here and defend the pawn, but here he can just do this and hit it again. And if I just start making my pieces really passive, then I'm going to be depressed. He's going to try and start just doing stuff like this to discourage my king moving away and try and gobble this pawn. What is the best move in this position? The best move is undoubtedly either knight d3. Could do this to bait the take. Here, if he takes like this, he undefends his knight. I may be able to give a check, come here. My knight's just getting stuck over there, actually. Yeah, part of the problem is if here, I don't have this check because the knight's there. Knight here. These are the available squares. I still have 7 minutes. Sorry for not making a move sooner, y'all. It's just tough because you don't really want to have to just make your pieces really passive. Because here, he'll be able to just do all sorts of stuff to mount pressure on that pawn. I'm going to cave and do this, I guess. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to lose that pawn and just let him have two passers. I'll be kicking myself later if I did a different move, he wins this pawn and he queens and wins, because I'll just be like, I could have easily defended it, so I'm going to defend it. Does he have any meaningful checks? I don't think so. Here. Here, maybe here. Knight c3, rook c1. Because he can't take one because it's defended and his knight is also being hit. So knight c3, rook b1, rook c1. Knight comes here, double attacks this. Just push. Then he comes in here. Yeah, I mean, here, here, here are the correct moves I would have to guess. But here walks into this, so don't do that. Walks right into this, which would be depressing, so either this or this. But here he could do this, and that would be depression. Then I could take, yeah. I think this is the move. I mean, I could have also done something like this and try and gone here, actually, now that I think about it. I could have easily done this and come here. Why do I spend 3.5 minutes on a previous move, but then 25 seconds on this one when it's just bad? It's just a bad move. Here, he comes here. I do this. He comes here, I'll do this, hitting this pawn and then looking for this fork. He could give a check. I come here. I don't really see anything there for him. My immediate threat is hitting this pawn. That's kind of why I went for it. Now hitting this pawn. He might do this, though, and be like, understand that if he does this, then he gets forked. It's unfortunate if he sees that. Because I'm threatening the fork right now. Hopefully he does not see it. Yeah, this is probably not like an only move, but probably the best one. Nice. Oh, and he resigns. He resigns. That's a dumb resignation. This is still unclear in my opinion. Because, like, what? Like, I don't know. Here, here, here. This is still, like, kind of... I would not want this position at all. Like, this is... It's kind of scary, actually. I don't know if this is the best sequence of moves. Let's check the analysis. So it said I played with 77%. They played with 74%. I'll show you guys. Yeah, neither of these games. Like, yeah, this is plus 1.9. Yeah, this is plus 2. Like, what's the correct sequence? Yeah, it's the one that I pointed out because you're double attacking this and there's no real way for me to defend it twice. I guess I could do this and force him into having a not so great pawn structure. Rook d2. I probably would have been able to convert this, but it's still kind of scary. Well, let's check with the analysis. At one point, I was really winning. It was plus 5 for me at one point. You guys can't see it, but I guess you can see it up here now. Yeah, plus 5. Let's start the review. So typical Scandi, as you guys heard me talk about before. I think a Scandi is a stupid opening. I don't think it's good. At high levels, I mean, you see people like John Bartholomew, who's like one of the, I guess leading experts, maybe the leading expert on the Scandinavian. He's an international master. He's an IM. He's really good. I like his content as well. I watch his videos a lot. He's really, really good at explaining stuff. I just hate that he plays the Scandi. Gotham Chess plays the Scandi. So like it's an opening that tons of people play, but it's like this already gives me plus 0.6. Like I just think it's such a bad opening. Yeah, this is already plus 1. Why is black would you choose an opening where your opponent has developed 2 pieces, I guess you could say 3, and I haven't even done anything crazy and it's already plus 1. Like, bad opening, just bad opening. I think it's bad at lower levels because it doesn't teach good chess principles. Like, like, congrats, you've moved your king a million times in the opening. Like, there's certain lines where they come here and you just do this, and then you do this, and then you try and do this, and like you try and get your bishop here to have some kind of discovery. They have to go back. Like, why would you have an opening where you move your queen a million times in the opening? Like, it's just so stupid. I was thinking about weeding this bishop out. Yeah, +1, as it says here. So pushing here. Yeah, I wanted the, so like my game plan was not bad. I knew I was winning here, but I just picked the wrong one, and now this is even. I told you during the game, if black is better, it can't be more than +2. Black is up 2 pawns, but their development is so stupid and their position is so bad that it's only even for them, because there's so many things I could do here. Oh, what if this? Then knight. Oh, okay, that's not what I would have done. I was thinking this. Okay, we're about to look at some interesting lines. Okay, wow. So what I should have done, one of the options I considered was here. It's not even one I considered strongly. I remember pointing to these 3, I think, and I said I liked this one. This is one I went with. I said this one is too passive, and then I think I clicked on this one. I didn't even really look at. So a lesson, when you have all this time and you do point out a square that your queen can go to or whatever piece, actually consider moving it there. Like, this would have been a very nice place. They can't hit you with anything. Like, they could do this, but then you just take, and their position's even worse. I should have considered that one more. But they take, I come here, they go back. I give the bishop check, and then here. And this is where I spent what? I didn't even spend 10 seconds. Wait, is that 10 seconds? Do I know how to do math? Whatever, 10, 11 seconds. And then I take like here. Then they do this. I push, and now black is winning. So from a completely winning position, +5, I don't go down the right sequence. So okay, let's just analyze knight takes, because that's crazy. So knight takes. What if knight takes? Then bishop takes, and there's nothing for them to block. They have to take back, and then here, and you're up a queen. You're up 5 points of material. This pawn is really good. You come here. This bishop is not bad, but you know, this is such a nice position. So that's what happens after knight takes. Knight takes, knight takes. So let's look at some other lines. Let's look at, okay, queen takes. Okay, they're not going to do that. Let's say during the game they do what they did during the game. Or let's say during the analysis they do this move after I take with the knight. It wants you to do this takes with check. And of course you cannot take, oh, I was going to say, okay, you can't take back with the pawn. You also can't take back with the queen. You can't take back with anything. Queen A8. Yeah, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Oh, sorry, knight, and just, you could even take here, I bet. Oh, oh yeah, A takes, literally threatening mate. If they come here, it's just, well, oh yeah, it's, oh, sorry, that's not mate, this is mate. Oh, what a beautiful, if that had happened during the game, oh, what a beautiful mate. Beautiful bishops. So knight takes, okay. Then bishop. What is another move? Bishop, this is the one that I probably would have played if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, taking the queen is nice, but then you lose your queen. But then I probably would have calculated that you're opening up the A file and black just has no moves, basically. Okay, that's nice. Those are nice. I'll keep that in mind in the future. Definitely, I just, yeah, not great for me to spend no time at all here. Because my opponent's playing super confidently, super quickly, but they're playing unsound. They're just playing unsound. This is what happens with a lot of my opponents. Then knight in there, and they're up -1. I play not a great move, so I didn't consider this. Just come back. Okay, knight. Okay, I have a feeling they probably would have just gone for this. G6. Okay, makes sense. And if here. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The bishop is hanging. That's why you play. That's why we played G6. Okay, right. Okay, makes enough sense. So here, push. They take. I take. They take. I take. Then they take, and then I take. Here, and yeah, black. I think this is probably black's best advantage throughout the game. Oh, they were up slightly more a little bit later, it seems. Yeah, this was their biggest advantage, it looks like, in the game. -3. Basically -3. But here, and then I was just like, wait, don't I just take, and take, and now we're all a square? And I calculated if here, well, oh yeah, I take the rook, which I noticed in the game, so they have to move the rook. So they have to move the rook here. Yeah, and again, if they take here, then I fork them and win. This is an even better version of the previous one because now my knight's over here and immediately mobilized to start taking these pawn in for me to queen. So here, they come here, and they spend 20 seconds because they recognize what I'm threatening. They come here. Oh, so okay. Okay. This isn't like necessarily a critical position, but this is close to as critical as like this position, I would say, because there's so many different options for you to choose from. So they wanted me to give a knight check. Why? So it wanted me to give a knight check. Okay. So I identified so many different options. If here, what? Okay, here. Rook A1. Okay, this is interesting moves. Their only move is here. Then knight, okay, knight here, hitting the rook and this. Those are crazy engine lines. I'm just not going to be able to calculate that far. There's just too many knight moves, too many rook moves, too many pawn moves, like too many king moves as well. Like no chance, no chance. Maybe in the future I'll be able to calculate that far. So yeah, and then the next one, if here, what? Oh yeah, okay, that walks into another fork, of course, yeah. And then if here, oh sorry, if check, they come here, what do I have? I don't have rook here. Just king. Okay, yeah. If that's just the best version of that line, I'm not mad with what I went with. So it even actually liked this. What if this? Rook there. Okay. And if here, rook up there, and you stop all of this. Nice maneuver by the rook. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And you can come here now. You can come here now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Chess is crazy. Okay, so here, defend, queen up, rook defends. I played the best move, rook b2. They go here, I jump my knight in. They come here, I hit the pawn, and they thought for 20 seconds. I really thought they'd just do this. And if this is the move, okay, I'm not going to look at the engine lines. I'm not going to look at them. What would be my move here? So this seems stupid because they probably just come back here. So if here, they probably just do this, I had to guess, and it's maybe even here. Okay, sorry, no, then you would give a check. Oh, if here, what's my best move? F4. F4, okay. Yeah, I didn't consider F4. Okie doke. Well, then this is what ended up happening in the game, just check, and in my honest opinion, with 6 minutes and 11 minutes, obviously I have a lot of increments, so I'll have a lot of time to think. I personally would not resign this position against my opponent because I might do something like this and, here, 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 what? Oh, rook c1 counterattacking. But then here, what? F4. Yeah, you're creating just, you're just too fast. You're just too fast. Here, here. If here, what? Yeah, here, and yeah, you just eat the whole house. You just eat everything. And if here, yeah, b6, yeah, there's no way to defend that pawn. So maybe I would have been able to see a lot of that. It's very easy to say that afterwards when you're looking at engine lines. But yeah, 2 very nice wins. We're 40 minutes in, which is quite long. I play any blitz or bullet. What's my bullet up to? Yeah, 1469, terrible. My blitz. 1520, yeah, these are both terrible. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully those were, okay, the first game was probably not that interesting, but hopefully the second game you guys were able to find some interesting insight into some of my moves. Hopefully you guys were trying to play the position out yourselves. But yeah, hopefully any of you who are Scandi players don't take offense to some of what I said. I just don't love the positions that I get in the Scandinavian. And not all Scandinavian players just want to boil everything down to end games because they castled long, so they wanted a game, it seems like, which was nice. But I find so many different players, Scandi players I play against, just are happy to trade everything off and just go into an endgame, which I find very boring. So yeah, anyway, that's not everyone. That wasn't my opponent today. They had a game and it was an interesting game. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. 2 nice wins. I will see you guys next time. Take care.